You also mentioned, that a lot of BMS companies are running in cloud as well. Are there any lessons to be learned for companies who are running their applications in the cloud?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about it in a general term, IT environments, yeah, they'll vary from customer to customer. Some have sort of large, complex physical estates encompassing heterogeneous OSs, applications, and databases. And like you say, there's others who have been through a digital transformation from a physical world to a virtual world and then to a cloud environment. So, regardless of what the environment actually looks like, whether it's physical, virtual, cloud, choosing a high availability solution that's independent of the underlying platform, independent of specific operating systems, applications, or databases, this is going to be extremely beneficial for you because it allows for a level of standardization of the deployment and operation of all the high availability needs across the entire infrastructure. And the same can be said when you're moving to the cloud, as it's possible to maintain a consistent high availability experience after moving on-premise high availability solutions along with their associated operating systems, applications, and databases, further reducing the migration costs further reducing the migration project costs and ongoing total cost of ownership associated around that. For customers who are embracing the cloud, the other thing I would add is take a closer look at the high availability SLAs that some of the cloud vendors are offering. All of the cloud vendors today will offer high availability features of varying usefulness and performance around their core platforms. But these do require closer scrutiny. When cloud vendors talk about high availability, they're generally referring to the underlying cloud components, things like the virtual machine instances, the storage hardware, and the underlying networking. But what they don't typically address is the high availability requirements inside the cloud instances. So for example, if we have an instance running in the cloud where our BMS solution is running, and this instance, for whatever reason, happens to fail, the cloud vendors will acknowledge this failure of the instance and take the necessary actions to recover the instance and get the application up and running again. So this works really well at an instance level. But what happens if you suffer an application software issue within the cloud instance? The cloud monitoring tools are not going to detect this type of failure. So they're not going to take any action to help recover the application. And this becomes doubly important because in addition to high availability, we also need to consider application performance as well. If you're running a BMS solution that, say, for example, works in a stateful manner, you'll want to maintain good application performance. And this is another reason why the cloud availability SLAs are somewhat insufficient for the business continuity needs of building management solutions. So given the mission criticality of the BMS solution, as we've discussed previously, and taking into account application performance requirements, we need a way of monitoring application level failures and orchestrating their recovery. So what needs to be considered is a high availability clustering solution like SIOS that can address the application level high availability needs, which can then contribute towards maintaining application performance.